A list of peace organizations, no websites. Chapter 1. Peace organizations, no websites. A list of peace organizations, no websites. Here is a list of peace organizations without websites. Type them into search engines. A Quaker Action Group. A N S W E R Abalone Alliance. Action Reconciliation Service for Peace. Afghan High Peace Council. Aid to Southeast Asia. All America Anti-Imperialist League. All Religions. Alliance for Nuclear Responsibility. Aman Ki Asha. America First Committee. American League Against War and Fascism. American Peace Society. American Friends Service Committee. American Peace Mobilization. Angel Staff. Anglican Pacifist Fellowship. Another Mother for Peace. Anti-War Coalition. Anti-Bases Campaign. Anti-Nuclear Movement. Arms Reduction Coalition. Asia-Pacific Peace Research Association, APRA. Asian Pacific Children's Convention. Association Reset Dialogues on Civilizations. Association Internationale des Femmes. B. Beit Ben Yehuda. Bertrand Russell Peace Foundation. Peace. Brambles Farm Peace Camp. BRIRA, Organization. British Atomic Scientists Association. Buddhist Peace Fellowship. Butterfly Peace Garden. C. Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament. Campaign against sanctions and military intervention in Iran. Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament. Campaign against arms trade. Campus Anti-War Network. Canadian Peace Congress. Canadian Peace Alliance. Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. Carnegie Moscow Center. Kazmi. Catholic Worker Movement. Catholic Democrats. Catholic Association for International Peace. Catholic Worker Movement. Ceasefire Canada. Centre on Conscience and War. Centre for Global Non-Killing. Centre for International Policy. Central Organization for Durable Peace. Centre for Research and Action for Peace. Christian Peacemaker Teams. Christian Peace Conference. Christian Sex. Coalition of Women for Peace. Code Pink, Women Say No to War. Code Pink. Coffee Strong. Combatants for Peace. Committee for Nonviolent Revolution. Committee for Nonviolent Action. Committee of 100. Communities Without Boundaries International. Community of Sant'Egidio. Concerned Philosophers for Peace. Concordis International. Conscience, Taxes for Peace Not War. Council for a Livable World. Crisis Management Initiative. Cyprus Conflict Resolution Trainers Group. D. Darfur Peace and Development Organization. Direct Action to Stop the War. Direct Action Committee. Documenta, Center for Dealing with the Past. E. Economists for Peace and Security. Enough Project. Episcopal Peace Fellowship. European Institute of Peace. European Nuclear Disarmament. European Peacebuilding Liaison Office. Eurostep. Everest Peace Project. F. Fellowship of Reconciliation. Fellowship of Reconciliation, United States. Fellowship of Reconciliation. Feminist Peace Network. Flame of Peace. Food Not Bombs. Forum on Early Warning and Early Response. Friends Committee on National Legislation. Friends of South Asia. Friends Ambulance Unit. Future World Center. G. Galil Jewish Arab School. German League for Human Rights. German Peace Society. GI Rights Network. Global Peace Initiative of Women. Global Partnership for the Prevention of Armed Conflict. Grandmothers for Peace. Granny Peace Brigade. Group for a Switzerland Without an Army. Gush Shalom. the Israeli Peace Bloc. H. Hand in Hand, Center for Jewish Arab Education in Israel. Hands Off the People of Iran. Historians Against the War. Honeywell Project. I. Industrial Workers of the World. Institute for Economics and Peace. Institute of All Nations for Advanced Studies. Institute for Interreligious Dialogue. Institute of World Affairs. Institute for Defense and Disarmament Studies. International Youth Meeting Center in Auschwitz/Auschwitz. International Salon for Peace Initiatives. International Program in Conflict Resolution and Mediation. International Physicians for the Prevention of Nuclear War. International Peace Research Association. International Peace Observers Network. International Peace Institute. International Alert. International Arbitration and Peace Association. International Institute for Peace. International Fellowship of Reconciliation. International Day of Peace. International Crisis Group. International Confederation for Disarmament and Peace. International Commission on Peace and Food. International Coalition for the Decade. International Center for Reconciliation. International Center for Peace and Development. International Association of Educators for World Peace. International Day of Nuclear Disarmament. International Parliament for Safety and Peace. International Peace Bureau. International Campaign to Ban Landmines. Interpeace. Interreligious Coordinating Council in Israel. IPCRI Israel/Palestine Center for Research and Information. Iraq Veterans Against the War. Irish Anti-War Movement. Irish Peace Institute. Israeli Council for Israeli-Palestinian Peace, ISIP. J. JAMA Foundation for Peace. Japanese Council Against Atomic and Hydrogen Bombs. Japanese People Who Conserve Article 9. Jerusalem Project. Jewish Peace Fellowship. Jonah House. Just Vision. K. Kaki Avatar Foundation. Karuna Center for Peace Building. Kids Call. Kizito Miyago Peace Foundation. Kurdish Dialogue Center. L. League of Peace and Freedom. League of Nations Union. League to Enforce Peace. Ligue Internationale de la Paix. Long Island Alliance for Peaceful Alternatives. M. M.A. D for Peace. Mahatma Gandhi, leader of the Indian independence movement. Maranhas in America. Massachusetts Peace Society. Mayors for Peace. MedBridge. Medical Association for Prevention of War. Mennonite Central Committee. Messiah Foundation International. Methodist Peace Fellowship. Military Families Speak Out, MFSO. Military Counseling Network. MITVIM. Malad, the Center for the Renewal of Israeli Democracy. Mondpaka Esperantista Movado. Mothers for Peace. Mothers Movement. Movement de la Paix. Musalaha. N. Nansen International Office for Refugees. National Campaign for Nonviolent Resistance. National Convocation on the Challenge of Building Peace. National Council of Arts, Sciences, and Professions. National Peace Council. National Peace Congress, Network for Peace. Nebraskans for Peace. Nevada Desert Experience. Neve Shalom. New York Peace Society. New Commonwealth Society. New England Non-Resistance Society. No Peace Without Justice. No More War Movement. Non-Resistance Society. Nonviolence International. Nonviolence International Southeast Asia. Nonviolent Peace Force. Not in Our Name. Not in Our Name. Nova Scotia Voice of Women. Nourpakes. O. Oleo Strut, Coffee House. Olive Palma Peace March. Olive Palma International Center. Operation Gandhi. Oslo Center. Oxford Research Group. P. Pacifist Organization. Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, they want a peaceful resolution. Partners for Progressive Israel. Pathways to Peace. Pax Christi. Pax Romana, Organization. Peace Train Organization. Peace Now, Shalom Akshav. Peace Pledge Union, I renounce war and will never support or sanction another. Peace Society. Peace Pledge Union. Peace Parade UK. Peace Organization of Australia. Peace One Day. Peace Now. Peace Monitoring Group. Peace Information Center. Peace X Peace. Peace Crane Project. Peace Counts. Peace Committee. Peace Camp. Peace Brigades International. Peace and World Affairs Center of Evanston. Peace and Justice Support Network. Peace and Justice Studies Association. Peace Alliance. Peace Action Wellington. Peace Action. Peace Development Fund. Peace Through Law Association. Peace Commission. Peace Jam. Peacemakers. Peace Workers UK. Pentecostal Charismatic Peace Fellowship. People's Council of America for Democracy and the Terms of Peace. Paris Center for Peace. Physicians for Human Rights Israel. Physicians for Global Survival. Pittsburgh Organizing Group. Planting Peace. Plowshares Fund. Plowshares Movement. Presbyterian Peace Fellowship. Project Plowshares. Promoting Enduring Peace. Pugwash Conferences on Science and World Affairs. Q. Quaker Council for European Affairs. Quaker United Nations Office. Quakers. R. Raging Grannies. Resolve Uganda. Responding to Conflict. Rick Love. Roots of Peace. S. Safer World. Salam Shabab. Sant'Egidio, Rome. School Students Against War. Scotland Against Criminalising Communities. Search for Common Ground. Secretariat for Coordinating the Peace Process. Seeds of Hope. September 11 Families for Peaceful Tomorrows. Service for Peace. Shanti Sena. Sakagakai International. South Africa Conciliation Committee. Soviet Peace Committee. Stuart R. Mott Foundation. Stop the War Coalition. Stop the War Coalition, Australia. Stop the War Committee. Stop the War Coalition. Student Peace Union. Student Peace Alliance. Student Peace Action Network. Sudan Social Development Organization. Swedish Peace and Arbitration Society. Swedish Muslims for Peace and Justice. Swiss Foundation for Mine Action. Swiss Peace. T. Tamils Against Genocide. Technology for Peace. Teglaloro Peace Foundation. The U.S. Association for the University for Peace. The Portland Trust. The Parents Circle Families Forum. The Hague Justice Portal. The Elders Organization. The World Can't Wait. The Shelter Half. The London Peace Society, also known as the Society for the Promotion of Permanent and Universal Peace. The Israeli Committee for a Middle East Free from Atomic, Biological, and Chemical Weapons. The International Committee of Women for Permanent Peace, ICUP. The Fellowship of Reconciliation. The Canadian Peace Congress. The Nobel Peace Prize for Article 9 of the Japanese Constitution. The American Union Against Militarism. The American Friends Service Committee. The Matsunaga Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution. The National Left. The World Can't Wait. Think Again. UNESCO Prize for Peace Education. Unimondo. Union of Democratic Control. United Nations Peace Messenger Cities. United for Peace and Justice. Université des Mutants. User Azen Drumsticks / The White Rose Society. USPID. V. Vaishnava Center for Enlightenment. Veterans for Peace. Veterans for Peace. Voice of Peace. Voices in the Wilderness. W. War is a Crime.org. War Resisters International. War Resisters Support Campaign. War Resisters League. War Resisters International. Washington Peace Center. We Are Family Foundation. Whatcom Peace and Justice Center. With Israel for Peace. Witness for Peace. Women's Peace Party. Women's Peace Party. Women Strike for Peace. Women Strike for Peace. Women in Black. Women of Liberia Mass Action for Peace. Women's Peace Society. Women's Federation for World Peace. Women's International League for Peace and Freedom. Workers' World Party. Workmen's Peace Association in London. World Disarmament Committee. World Academy of Art and Science. World Committee Against War and Fascism. World Congress of Imams and Rabbis for Peace. World Culture Open. World Fellowship Center. World Future Council. World Peace Congress. World Peace Council. World Peace Foundation. World Union for Peace and Fundamental Human Rights and the Rights of Peoples. Y. Yachad, NGO. Young Merits.